In this video, I will be explaining Think Win-Win framework that will help you to make better decisions. This video is part of 7-day challenge sheet series, so at the end of the video, I will be giving away personalized challenge sheet so you can start to execute towards your goals. Hey guys, this is Janis from Driven by Goal, helping you to achieve your goals. One of the fundamental things if you want to grow is to cooperate with other people. That's why today I'll be talking about Think Win-Win framework. This framework will improve your relationship with your colleagues and partners, as well as open a new future opportunities. The idea behind sharing this topic is that everyone can use this technique to make better decisions and cooperate in a better way. I will be sharing the best ways how to apply this technique in life, and we will look at this technique from different perspectives. So where is this framework coming from? Think Win-Win framework is coming from Stephen R. Covey's famous book called 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. And author has dedicated the whole chapter for this particular framework, which is one of the habits. I have to say that Stephen R. Covey's book, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, was my very first personal development book that I ever read, and it totally changed my perspective on life. And since I read this book, I have been reading consistently. I've been reading about a book a week on personal development to discover myself and to improve the quality of life. So if you haven't read it, definitely I recommend to either get on Audible and get an audiobook, or just go on Amazon and buy a paperback, because it is an amazing book and it's absolutely must read. So what is Think Win-Win framework? And I will quote the author here. Win-win is a frame of mind and heart that consistently seeks a mutual benefit in all human interactions. Win-win means that agreements or solutions are mutually beneficial, mutually satisfying. With a win-win solution, all parties feel good about the decision and feel committed to the action plan. Win-win sees life as cooperative, not as a competitive area. As you can see, framework focuses on benefiting both parties, so later this consideration can help to support the relationship and make sure the desired outcome is achieved. Think Win-Win works because the other person can feel that you care about relationship as a whole, not just as of your personal needs. So the other party will do all the best to achieve desired outcome and result. So let's have a look at different concepts of Think Win-Win. Number one is win-lose environment. First of all, we have to understand the real situation. And the real situation is that we live in a world where everybody wants to get best out of everything, every situation and every deal. And that is normal. I think you should strive for the same. But I also think that people are conditioned by previous experiences, and not the good experiences, but the bad experiences. For example, if you made a deal and you were later disappointed or dissatisfied, and then you start to think, then that's the way it's supposed to be. In order for you to win, somebody else has to lose, like you were in a losing situation in the past. But that's not the right way how to think. You have to understand that in order for you to win, the other person doesn't have to lose. It can be win-win situation. Which takes me to the next concept. Number two is there is enough for everybody. As I said in a video before, in order for one person to win, the other person don't have to lose. And if you look around, you will see that the great things have been created by people working together and by people collaborating. And a great example of promoting a personal brand are collaborations, where two people join together, create an awesome content and then share with both audiences. And that is a clear win-win situation, because the content creation was easier and cheaper because two parties developed the content, and also the people who received was two audiences instead of one. So that's a clear win-win. And also big companies do the same. Just because they're competitors doesn't mean they don't have to collaborate and work together to deliver the best services. For example, if you look at the rail services, very often when you travel via train, you will notice that part of your journey you go in one train and then you have to swap to the competitor's train, even if you bought the tickets from one company. And they do that to provide the best service available, because they want to make sure that the rails industry can deliver the people in the quickest possible time. And that's again win-win for both companies, even if they're competitors in their field. But if they wouldn't do that, it would make it really difficult for people to travel from one place to another, and maybe they would be pushed to choose other options like catching a bus or other alternatives. Number 3, win-win, give both parties why. And this is the most important concept to understand about this framework, and this is the reason why it is so powerful. You have to understand that the deal is not completed when two people shake their hands or sign the contract or obviously agree on the terms. The most important about a deal is execution of it and delivery of the results. So if you think you won just because you got the cheapest deal, then it's not always the case. I've done quite a lot of work with the freelancers where I was thinking that, wow, I'm gonna get this job done very, very cheaply. And I have to say, in most of the cases, the results were rather disappointing because there were poor communication with the freelancer, there were low work quality, and there were missed deadlines. All the worst things that can happen when you try to get the job done. So now, when I'm negotiating a deal with the new freelancers, I always try to look for benefits for both parties to make sure that both parties will be satisfied in long term to deliver results. So I would suggest to look at your goal, what you want to achieve, and look at your long-term results that you want rather than short-term gains. And number 4, no deal option. This is probably the best option if you feel that deal is not going to be working out. That either you're not going to be able to deliver expected outcome, or you feel that other party is not right for the deal. Just end it before it starts. There will be a lot of times you'll be presented with the different choices and new challenges and ventures, but you don't have to take them all, because otherwise you're going to be jumping from one place to another and not getting anything done. It's better to accept a fewer deals and deliver at excellent performance that will open doors to the new opportunities. And I have to say, this is win-win again, because if you felt that deal is not going to work out, then probably it's the best for you and the other party as well, because you'll both find the better ways how to make a successful deal. And finally, this week's challenge. I want you to keep in mind this win-win framework when you're dealing with other people or when you're having conversations with other people. And please remember that it doesn't have to be any business deal or anything like that. It can be any conversation. For example, it can be deciding what meal you're going to have for a dinner with your spouse, or what movie you're going to watch next weekend with your friend. Pretty much any conversation can be win-win conversation if you think about it. And what you have to do, you have to write the name of the person with whom you had a win-win conversation in a challenge sheet. And it can be one person or 2 or 3, as much as win-win conversations you can have, as better it will be to practice it. So to get your challenge sheet, go to the description box below, and there is a link where you can get a challenge sheet. If you have already joined the program in one of the previous videos, then your challenge sheet should be in your inbox right now. I will be doing a new challenge sheet every week, so if you don't want to miss a new episodes, please make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I'll see you guys in another episode. This was me, Janis from Driven by Goal, helping you to achieve your goals. Bye.